my friends, so glad you're with me today. I've got stories to tell, I've got things to talk about, but I hope your day is going well and I'm glad you're with me. So on the skin topic, we really resolved some things over the weekend. I feel like what was happening on my face, I had some eczema flare up going on, kind of around the eyes, around the mouth. Up in here between the brows was another area where I saw it. That was one of my first areas I saw it. I also saw it around the area where I wore my Fitbit. I almost thought the Fitbit was the cause of the whole darn thing. But anyway, for a whole week, I was just dealing with it in various like rotating ways. Like once the eyelid was done, the lips like, okay, we got this from here. And then I wake up Saturday morning and my wrists are just like itchy, both of them. So I just took that as my sign, like get into the doctor. And she said, I have seen loads of people in here lately for this. And she attributed this to the cold, dry air. I mean, we've been in single digits for a while now. Heat is running constantly, dry air in the home, whatever. I do have an awesome big Honeywell humidifier that's waiting for me to get that into my bedroom so I can sleep with that. She recommended that. But she prescribed an oral steroid. Last time I dealt with this, like if you look up Emily Noel eczema, you can see a past video that I did where I'm talking about the same kind of problem, and I was prescribed like a topical steroid, but she was explaining to me that taking an oral one would be the best for my skin. It's cleared things up so much over the course of like a day and a half. Something interesting I noticed yesterday was like anywhere there was a spot, by last night it looked kind of flaky. Like the spots are saying, okay, we are leaving the party. We're going to stop annoying you. So I moisturized up really well last night. I've got a 3-pronged approach to my nighttime moisture and my morning moisture for that matter, for when it needs to be super gentle. And I woke up feeling so good about everything. Not seeing the problems, not feeling itchy elsewhere. You know, I know the steroid is helping, but I think I'm choosing good skincare too. So I got this while I was at Walgreens over the weekend. I noticed they had way more Vanicream products in stock, aside from just the rich cream and the cleanser. So I picked up this daily facial moisturizer. It says hyaluronic acid and ceramides. This is significantly thinner than the moisturizing cream, but it just feels great to go all over. So like that's layer one. My second layer of moisture, I'll take some of my actual cream. So this is the thick Vanicream stuff, and I will put that over under eye area, anywhere where I was like having sort of a flared up situation. And then on the lips and anything actively flaking, like I was really flaking around my nose, this is probably from nose blowing too, but Aquaphor around the nose, Aquaphor on the lips. She did give me something like a kind of like a prescription allergy thing to take for a while also. But yeah, those 3 steps have been like my current gentle skincare. I'm sorry that this content is maybe not what you came for, but I just like want to have some continuity here so you know what's going on. If anybody else is dealing with the same thing. Tower 28 Sunny Days, this stuff is so good. So this gives me my SPF 30. It's super gentle, it's super light. I am kind of baby stepping my way into more makeup, but this has just been an awesome base product. It feels like just a continuation of skincare. The tint is slight, but it's there and I like it. I've been using this concealer, the Tower 28 concealer, a lot, but today I thought I'd try my Merit stick. And some of these high-end brands, like they're very much known for their gentle qualities, so maybe that's some of the stuff I'm reaching for first, but this is their minimalist stick. I use this as a touch-up thing a lot. Today I tried it as concealer, just in all my concealer zones. The shade I wear is Bone. It's a very soft, easy stick texture. I set with my Bare Minerals Original Mineral Veil in Sheer Light, so it's just a very light, it feels like translucent powder. Just dab that over the T-zone and under eye. I used my Pure 4-in-1 Skin Perfecting Powders on my face, so the bronzer, the blush, the highlighter. I didn't really get into that powder today, just the translucent one, but I love that blush tone. I think the highlighter's super pretty as well, and also very gentle stuff. Did brows, did Tower 28 mascara, did some Clinique eyeshadow. You can always count on the Clinique eyeshadows to be very gentle. They're hypoallergenic. I use this duo called Like Mink, and I think you can see where the light is on the lid and the deeper part is in the outer corner. And then my lip today, I use the Merit Signature Lipstick. I have this in the shade Tiger. It's a really pretty like warm toasty color, and I top that off with some Neutrogena lip gloss, which I feel like I could be getting into my Neutrogena stuff a lot as well. That stuff is very gentle. I have loads of great Neutrogena complexion things that I enjoy, but this is the Hydro Boost Hydrating Lip Shine in the shade Berry Brown, and that's over the top of my lips. So yeah, I know at a glance kind of a basic look, but I am branching out using no! I swear there's not that much stuff on my desk. I'm just using more different kinds of things and just not trying to overwhelm my skin all at once. I really like using this Tower 28 because it just feels like a continuation of skincare to me. But as for this video, someone had requested, actually quite a while back, they're like, I really enjoyed those videos where you give favorites but they're not beauty favorites, and I filed that away. I didn't forget about it, and I thought I would talk about that today because I have some real things, like even almost forgetting about this video idea. I will walk around my house sometimes thinking, I gotta tell my beauty broadcast family about this stuff. So number one on my current loves list, this is for everyone who hates taking down their Christmas decor, or you've done it and now you feel like everything's so bare, and where are the nice little lights? Look into the lighted birch trees, my friends. These are winter trees, okay? So, and I'm gonna be cutting to a lot of different clips of things while I'm talking here to show you these non-beauty things while I sit here in my home base. But the lighted birch trees, they are battery operated. Whoa! How did you come so silently, quietly? Go back to bed. Okay. Anyway, I've got a few different lighted birch trees. I think at one point I might have gotten a 2-pack and I gave one to Mom.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. And I kept one, and it's just classic battery operated. It's got an on-off switch or a timer mode, which I'm in the timer mode now for evening. And then I decided I want more of these. I want one as the center of my like kitchen table thing, and I want one on the kids' little table that sits in front of the window where our big Christmas tree used to sit. It's kind of like a craft, drawing, coloring, homeworky type of smallish table. I want one on there, and it's kind of right in front of the window. 2-foot lighted birch trees from Amazon. They're battery operated, on-off switch, timer mode, or these came with little cords where you could plug them in and like plug it into a wall outlet adapter type of thing. So that would be an option too. I have too much distance between my outlets for that to work, but that's cool. But they're warm white color. Okay, they're not the cool icy white. They're like the color of a classic warm white Christmas light, but they're nice little winter trees and I love them. And they'll come in a package and they're all bent up and like curved upside down. So you take them out, you spruce them up, you make them be whatever shape you like. I think they are the absolute perfect thing for these cold winter months, just to have that little glow in your house that's maybe different from a candle or a flameless candle or whatever. They make an impact and they're cute and they're just cheerful. Number two most important thing here, the little food cups called Just Crack an Egg. Now I know someone will say, Em, you could package up your own potato, package up your own cheese, package up your own bacon, whatever, prep this whole thing yourself. Hi, you need to turn off the light and go back to bed. Ta-ta. But that's what this little thing contains, okay? And it's convenient. It's about the fact that I didn't have to do those things, and it's a healthy thing I can eat that makes it appealing to me right now, at least. Sometimes I evolve. Sometimes I start with the convenient thing and then I realize, okay, I can do this myself. Maybe save some money, feel better about the whole process. I'm not there yet. I'm in this is convenient and this is what works for a healthy meal that gives me protein and comes in at under 300 calories and makes me feel really full and really good. So the idea of Just Crack an Egg is that you get these little cups and they're gonna give you all of the accessory items for a nice little scramble, okay? And all you add in is the egg. So the one I really like has this little pouch of potatoes inside, a little separate, these are all individually sealed, pouch of cheese, pouch of bacon, and then you add your egg. I do 45 seconds in the microwave, stir it up once, 45 seconds more, plop it out on my plate, add a little salsa to the top or maybe a little ketchup. Absolutely delicious. Bub really likes the ones that say protein packed. I think they have sausage and bacon or something. There's the Denver scramble one that has some peppers in it. There's like 4, maybe 5 different varieties that you can get, and they're easy and it's just like a good go-to thing that doesn't involve 2 pieces of bread, and sometimes you want something hot. Does anybody know what I mean there? Sometimes you feel more satisfied and like you've really eaten something when it's warm. And I mean, there have been so many days where I've come home from a practice and now it's like between the hours of 6:30 and 8:30. I'd already had my mini dinner before practice because I don't want to go in empty, but I need something else afterward. And I'm like, just crack an egg. And that's what I do. I crack that egg and I eat that, and it's been good for me. And it really wouldn't be that hard, now that I think about it, to make up my own little packets of the different things. I could bag up the same amount of cheese, the same amount of bacon bits, which they're not using the hard like salad bar bacon bits, they're using the real bacon bits. I gotta figure out what they're doing on the potatoes, but maybe you could even use like canned potatoes, drain them, cut them, put them in baggies, and then use like a little glass meal prep thing just to empty them out in, plus your egg. Maybe I've figured this all out for myself for next week. But whatever the case, I gotta give credit where credit is due. Just crack an egg is brilliant. There's something about not having to get out the skillet that makes me happy. Car track. Okay, we just call this in the house car track, but Bubba loves the little cars. Once upon a time they were called micro machines. You can still get your hands on micro machines, but I remember me and my cousins, we would play with these little cars that are like this big, and they have like all the little details on them, and I would make them be like my Polly Pockets cars. I even still to this day have some of them that my cousins like let me keep because there was pink on the car or whatever. When I was growing up, I had 3 boy cousins that I was always running with, and one thing that was always going on, I feel like, were trades. Trades were always being made. Like if a certain one got a Happy Meal toy and they're like, I don't like this, well, trade me for that. If I had something, maybe it was just a snack, but I'll trade you this snack for those 2 micro machines that have pink on them. But there's a great little car track you can get from Target. The brand is called Driven, and they make these little cars as well. And you put the car track together, you can make it be any way you want it. There's so much creativity here. Every time you set it up, it will probably be a different way, you know? And you've got a little fire station, you've got a little police station, there's a house, there's a gas station, a car wash, tunnels, bridges. It's all about in the ballpark of $20. And there's an age of kid that probably really would be capable of putting it together and doing it all themselves. And then there's an age of kid like Bubba, you know, he just turned 4. He wants me to put it out. He might tell me where he wants things, but I kind of snap it together, and then he's got something on top of the table that he could play with. I recommend it as a tabletop toy or a hard floor toy. On carpet, the thing doesn't stay together really well. So yeah, that for the win. That's an awesome, awesome thing. I feel like it gets you going on building and creativity, but then you're playing with it and it's just like fun. So yeah, love that. Here's another thing that I started the new year with. This is how I'm doing my planner these days. This is what it looks like. It's an everyday sort of planner, like just day by day. You'll notice how there's no date, there's no calendar here. I do have a desktop tear it off calendar. I like having that. Visually, it's good to see. But this is like my daily productivity guide here. I'll show you, like this is today's. I haven't filled it all out yet. At the top, circle the day. This is an Amazon item. I'll link to it below. You're gonna put the date, one thing you're grateful for. I also have my gratitude journal that I put 3 things in every day as part of my devotional. But to-do list, just a long list available for you to put your to-dos. If I know something's needing to get done later in the day, then maybe I'll put it down low. Pick up today, if there's anything you gotta go get. You can list your meals and snacks. You can list your water intake. I just kind of color it up. Like when I'm drinking out of my big 40 ouncer, I just color like 3 of these at once, and then 3 more, and then like 2 more, and I consider that my 3 for the day. Fitness, if you got any workouts, you can list them down here. Times to remember that you got things going on. It's the perfect just day by day. And if you're like, okay, that's fine, but what about when I lose track of what needs to happen Tuesday? Well, you could go ahead and start filling out Tuesday, or, you know, have a desk calendar or some kind of full-on calendar somewhere else. I'm sure it's very convenient for people to also have a calendar within something like this, but for me, just the daily, like I put it out where I can always see it. I keep it turned to the page we're on, downstairs on the counter, and I know what's going on for the day, okay? Sometimes life feels very one day at a time when you're busy and you got a lot going on. I've enjoyed my devotional this year. My new one for the year is the Jesus Calling devotional that you can, I'm looking over there because it's like sitting across the room. It's the devotional you can also write in, okay? So it has a big sidebar on the side of each daily devotional. And Bub gave this to me on Mother's Day last year. And I mean, this thing starts on January, it goes all through the year. I'm like, I'm not gonna go into this halfway through the year. I'm just gonna save this and start it in January, and that's exactly what I did. I've enjoyed it so much. I did have that app, by the way. I knew I enjoyed the passages, and I like at the end they give you several Bible verses. So like if you want some direction for like where do I want to read in the Bible today, you can look down at the referenced.
Get us up in our room.
Yeah, I will.
Hey guys.
You can look down at the verses that are being referenced, and then you can go look those up after for some more context, let's say. And then in the sidebar, before I start journaling anything relevant to the passage, I will put my 3 like daily gratitude things. And it's plenty of room, and I feel like I can, highlight my pages. I really like it. So that's been my daily devotional. I also got Joyce Meyer's Battlefield of the Mind devotional book, but it's not necessarily a daily devotional. It doesn't follow every day of the year. If you did it every day of the year, it wouldn't even cover every day, and they're longer. So I just kind of read that occasionally. If you're interested in the little water mix-in packets, like my kids love those. My kids are always like, can we have some flavored water? They like all the variety. But I started to think, like, there's a ton of color and dyes in all these things. And I thought, I wonder if there's anything that's just like colorless, because something about that just feels a little bit better. And you can get these Propel packets. So Propel is made by Gatorade, and you can get these Propel mix-in packets that are colorless. And I just got several of them from Amazon. One purchase, 3 different flavors, like 6 different boxes. And they're giving you like added electrolytes, added hydration. So I thought that would be good for them this time of year. They really, really like the flavors, especially the black cherry. I've had some too. It's really good. Just one of those in like a 40 ounce. It still feels like plenty of flavor. And if they're just drinking like a glass of water, I'll like split one between their glasses. Vanity Cream face wash. That's another part of things here that I didn't mention in that little daily routine of all the moisturizing stuff, but I've had the Vanity Cream face wash on hand for quite some time. It is really good. And I also have, in terms of gentle face washes, I have the Cetaphil one for dry skin, and I definitely prefer my Vanity Cream face wash over that. I like that it doesn't feel like it's over drying, but also I feel really clean afterwards. I don't feel the residue like I do with the Cetaphil. So, I mean, I know I'm going in immediately with like my 1, 2, 3 punch of moisturizers, and I want to feel clean before I do that. And it's hard to explain, but there's no tightness like in your skin. We all know what a tight clean feels like, right? You're so clean and the skin just feels like, you don't feel that with the Vanity Cream stuff, but you also don't feel like there's anything lingering. And that's just like perfect for me. And when it comes out of the bottle, it looks kind of pearly and you're like, ooh, this is nice. But I can remove makeup with that. That's what I've been using to remove makeup with. And I use a small amount of it at the start of the day just to get things going, get things clean. It's just funny because I have used that on and off, sung the praises of the Vanity Cream tub like that's the only thing the brand makes for a while, but I have owned that face wash second longest and it's very good. This next one, I don't know if it's a recommendation or a warning, but for Biddy's birthday, I got her one of those Kids Bop microphones. What that thing is going to do is it can Bluetooth connect to your phone and you can play a song out of there and that kid can basically sing along to the song that's playing out of your phone. They can put it in different modes so the song sounds like it's more in the background, their voice is more prominent. There's volume adjustments, there's echo adjustments, there's effects they can put on their voice. It's rechargeable with a cord. Much fun has been had, much chaos has ensued. And if you have more than one kid and you have one microphone, I do think you are significantly increasing your chances for a chaotic time because everybody wants the thing, okay? But has it been enjoyed and loved and just, it's pretty cool. And I'm just waiting for my moment to, here's your one chance, friends, and don't let me down. I gotta wait till they're at school for that.
Kids Bop karaoke microphone.
How it turns on.
Bluetooth mode.
Test 1, 2, 3.
What's up, everyone?
We're here live on the Kids Bop mic. You could also play something off of YouTube and they could like a karaoke song and they could read the lyrics off your computer. So that's cool. Guys, those are all of my gems for the moment. I feel as passionately about this stuff as I do about some of my makeup stuff. Like that car track, wow. The crack and egg concept, absolutely. Like this is some great stuff. My birch trees, they're so nice. You just put them on the timer mode. Just put them on a timer and you're going to enjoy that coming on every evening. And you can also get some big ones too. I've noticed that. You can get some like 4-foot tall birch trees if you wanted. That'll be me next year. I'll be on here saying, I started with the little ones and now I've just got a forest in here. Thank you all for your time. Thank you for watching. If you've got a random thing you want to recommend in the comments to all of us, let us know. Thanks, my friends. I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye.